Hello, beautiful people. So I wanted to do this. I've been wanting to do this sort of thing for a while, actually, so it's really great that I'm getting this opportunity to go live again. So thank you, Diane, for that. So I thought I'd do a bit of background. In case you don't know me, I'm Viv Chamberlain-Kidd. I run a shamanic practitioner healing company with using essential oils. It's called Essentially Shamanic. But I thought I'd do a bit of background how I got into doing that just before I do the meditation. So I was baptised as Methodist and then confirmed as a Church of England person when I was growing up. And the hierarchical structure of the church didn't really suit me, so I gave that up for a while. I sort of gave up the Christian upbringing that I'd had, and I didn't also realise that I'd given up sort of nurturing my spiritual side at the same time. So fast forward to having children, deciding to home educate, and I suddenly found that I was quite angry a lot of the time around parts of my childhood and upbringing, and my children brought that out in me. And I thought, I need to do something about this. I don't want to be angry around my children, especially seeing as our plan was to home educate. So I went on a sort of healing course to try and deal with all that stuff. And on that, they dealt with what they called the quadrinity, which is the fact that you've got an emotional self, an intellectual self, a physical body, and a spiritual side. So we did a lot of spiritual stuff as part of that. And I thought, yeah, I've sort of let that bit of me go. I'd sort of thrown the baby out with the bathwater. And so when I came back off that process, I sort of decided I needed to honour my spiritual side, actually acknowledge that I have got one. It's the thing that connects me to other people. And so I decided, what am I going to do? I didn't want to go back to organised religion. So I fell upon shamanism and I started training in that. And I love the fact that it's an animistic practice that believes everything has spirit, and that to be a whole person, you need to be balanced, not just in yourself, but also with nature and everything around you. And I love that sort of, it's non-hierarchical as well. So it's got that side to it. So that's where I learnt about the four sort of classical elements of water, earth, fire, and air. And I learnt about balancing those elements in me and using those elements and refilling my power with those elements. So that's why I thought I'd share a little elemental meditation that I do sort of for power and clarity and bringing truth and all those things that sometimes aren't that easy to do. So I love working with those elements. I love the simplicity of it. So although I know as a sort of geek, I wanted to be a doctor, so I was very into science and atoms and chemicals and stuff like that. So although we now know that atoms and chemical elements and all that sort of stuff are really the material basis of the physical world, I still like that simplistic visualizing of those four elements and the power that brings in balancing your internal power and appreciating the power of nature and your place in the world and how we're all interconnected via those elements. So that's sort of a bit of the background. So whilst I was preparing and talking to my spirit guides about how I was going to do this and preparing for this session, I got this poem that I just thought I'd share, just giving you a bit of the sort of feelings of all our interconnectedness before we get started. So, you are everything, be that. You are everyone, be that. Fire in water, grounded in air. Over here, over there, everywhere. No containers that rein us into this one body and not realise the vastness of our oneness. Light as a feather, floating forever. Travelling currents of thoughts and feelings, all languages merge into chants of healings. Hormones communicating, chemicals flowing, neurons firing. Screams, hums, tones, ahs, tones and ohms, all given voice and the choice to burn, flow, ground, float in unity of you and me, you, they, us, one, many. The whispering power of our inner selves echoing through the vacuum of the universe. So I want to finish the minute the meditation finishes so that I don't disturb the mood that you're in when I finish. So just a quick, if you want to get in touch with me about anything to do with this, especially seeing as when I do this with my clients, we use essential oils. So there's 4 very specific oils I use for the different elements to help with the balancing side of it. So if you're feeling too airy, there's an oil you can use. If you're feeling too grounded and you want to have a bit more of that creative flow, there's oils you can use. But I also use it with my shamanic healing practice. So if you want to find out about any of those things, I'll try and remember when I finish to put a link below that you can book a free chat with me if you want to know a bit more about the stuff I do. But when I've finished, I will just sort of say thanks to the universe and then switch off, so there won't be any more talking other than the meditation. So let's get started. So center yourself with your breathing. Make sure you are comfortable and your spine is supported. Having your feet on the floor might help, but the main thing is that you are comfortable. As you get into a comfortable position, notice your breathing and the changes it makes to your body. Are your shoulders moving as you breathe? Is your belly moving with your breathing? As you focus on your breathing, if you notice any areas of tension in your body or your thoughts, let them go. If your shoulders don't feel relaxed, hunch them up, and as you breathe out, let that tension go. Do that again. As you breathe in, hunch your shoulders up to your ears, and then breathe out as you drop your shoulders. Now drop your breathing down to your belly and really feel the movement of your diaphragm and belly as you breathe in and out. Bring your awareness to any thoughts from the day. Thank them and let them go. Watch those thoughts drift away like a cloud. Now become aware of your feet. Your feet are your conduit to the earth. They are your roots. So imagine your feet rooted in the earth. Feel the warmth of the soil with the dampness of life giving energy to the soil. Imagine the water from the earth going up through your body, creating a power channel through your body. This is your truth, your belief, and your faith, just for you. This is where you can truly tap into your power. So imagine that earth beneath your feet and breathe that in to that channel going through your body. And as you're doing that, imagine that water from deep below the earth coming up into your body. Breathe in and breathe out. Feel that power of the soil with all the life that teems under there. Feel that power coursing through your body. If you need help with visualizing the power of the earth, imagine your favourite tree. Maybe one you played in when you were a child, or maybe a tree in your garden, in your local park, or even an ancient tree in your nearest woodland or forest. Imagine the power of that tree with its roots extending as far as its branches. those roots taking water from under the earth and using those nutrients and water from the earth to make leaves, fruits, and blossom. See yourself standing next to that tree and feeling the earth beneath your feet and listening to the whispers of nature in its leaves as they move in the wind. Keep breathing and imagine that power of the earth and water flowing through your body, refreshing you and nurturing you. Take a deep breath in and thank the earth for supporting you. Breathe out and thank the earth for converting the sun's power into all sustenance on the planet. Take a breath in and thank the earth and the trees for always being there. As you breathe out, thank the earth for always supporting you. As you breathe in, thank the earth for reminding you of the cycle of life and the power there is in knowing that we are always growing and changing with the seasons. Thank the earth that even wherever you are sitting, it is supporting you and can give you power whenever you need it if you just stop and tap into it beneath you. Now let's imagine the sky and the sun, the elements of earth and fire. Let that air in your lungs blow out any thoughts that don't serve you and your higher purpose. Let the sun fill you with healing light and feel that fire of passion build in you as that fire and air energy flow down your body and meet the energy of the earth and water. Breathe in that fire and air from above and let it meet the power of the earth and water that is flowing through your feet. Feel all those elements filling a power channel inside you from your feet to the top of your head. Again, if it helps, imagine that you are standing next to your favourite tree. You can feel the warmth of the sun on your face, and you can feel the soft caress of the air. The leaves rustling above you remind you that even though you cannot see it, the air is swirling all around you. And the green of the leaves reminds you of the power of the sun to turn the water and chemical energy in the tree into the green of the leaves, the beginning of the food cycle on Earth. As you keep breathing in the power of the earth and water from beneath you, and the power of fire and air from above you, remember that these elements are here to serve you as they create a channel of power and truth in your body. As you keep breathing, visualize this channel of truth and power and let it start to extend from the center of your body outwards. And as you breathe into that space, imagine that it is creating a bubble surrounding you. And this bubble has permeable edges that can let stuff in and let stuff out, but only by your choosing. As you keep taking deep, energizing breaths, imagine that bubble letting in the truth of your amazingness with the power of the air. It's letting in your passion with the fire of the sun. It's letting in your honesty and authenticity with the healing power of the earth. and it's letting in your authentic beliefs with the fresh power of water. Feel the truth of your miraculous amazingness filling you up with each breath you take. As you breathe out, imagine all your fears flowing into the air and any doubts running into the ground. Breathe in the fact that you are an actual miracle and breathe out anything that does not serve you. Breathe in truth and power with the elements of earth and water, and breathe out any doubts. Breathe in the power and truth of the energies of air and fire, and breathe out any doubts. Now thank the element of fire for being the element of rebirth, and thank the sun for creating all life on earth. And as you breathe in and breathe out, remember you can use that power whenever you want. Now thank the air for your life force and the ability you have that with each breath you can bring power into your body. Release every tension from your body and keep being your amazing self. Take a deep breath in. Visualize your power bubbles surrounding you. And breathe out. As you breathe in, remember you have that bubble of power there whenever you need it. And breathe out. And as you breathe in, remember that you can take that bubble with you wherever you go. And breathe out. And as you come back from listening to my voice, remember those elemental powers are with you. All you have to do is visualize your favorite tree, or remember you've got that power cord going through your body, or just look into the sky, see the sun, feel the air on your face, feel the earth beneath your feet. Thank you and take care, everyone.